What up, my friends? How you doing? It's Monday night. It is Monday evening, and I hope you guys have been having an enjoyable day. We have gathered to talk about random things like Oddity, magic, horror movies, all kinds of randomness. So, first things first, let's share the live stream link in the Discord, and then we'll go from there. All right. Okay, that's good. Switch that up. Bam. Okay, perfect. So, what's up, Anthroplasm, Jess, Eng, Teferi, Millmaster, Corner, Kentucky, Gossett, Yamagoro, Zircon, Alexander, Error, Vincent, Jake, Raven, Music, Heavy Metal, Earthbinder. Let's see, who else do we got in here? Sloth, David, Potts, Rays, Shelton, Joshua, Gerthulu. I think that I got everybody. Hello. Hello. Starting out the week. Starting out strong. Is Time Vault banned in Commander? I don't know, man. If you think that I know the Commander banned list off the top of my head, Vincent, go look it up. You got to look that up on the internet, big boy, because I do not know. Music. Do I think that people will sue Wizards of the Coast for banning Jeweled Lotus and Mana Crypt for no reason? People talked about it. Do I think there'll actually be a lawsuit? No, especially since Wizards of the Coast didn't ban it, right? The Rules Committee, which wasn't Wizards of the Coast, banned it. So, and no, I don't think you can sue companies for going, we've changed the cards you can play in a format, right? And why do they rely on volunteers? Because it's free. That's free labor. It's free labor, that's why. That's why. Sloth, hypothetically, if Magic just died and nobody played, what game would everyone be playing? Well, people would be playing different games. In this hypothetical that you've made up where absolutely nobody plays Magic, which wouldn't happen because if they stopped making Magic, people would still be playing Magic for decades afterwards. I would still have my cube. I would still be playing things like Chandelar. So, but under that hypothetical where nobody's playing Magic, I'd be playing Minecraft or whatever. I'm never going to be as deep into a TCG as I have been with Magic the Gathering. There is zero chance on earth because Magic has a whole bunch of different reasons, first of all, that I got involved with it and then stayed involved with it. So those factors won't be the same now, right? Like I started playing Magic in high school with all of my buddies and they did all quit playing Magic. None of them really play Magic anymore. I shouldn't say none of them. I do have one of my friends from across the country who does still technically, like he's still technically into Magic, but for all intents and purposes, none of my friends really play Magic anymore. So there's that. The fact that Magic is like, it's spanned decades and been a bunch of different things for me over the years. And it's just filled different roles. I've had different roles within the Magic community. I can't see ever having that level of involvement with any other card game. No chance. Yamagoro, I vaguely read something about you and your dad running into some lady and throwing her body out in the woods because you couldn't eat it. That's pretty wild, buddy. Racing, what's up? Oh, you're in Florida. Well, have fun, I don't know, wrestling gators and stuff. Millmaster's membership message says, these close are what you had on last night, you dirty fecker. Did you have a stroke, bro? These close? You fucking magoo? And listen, man, I'm not disgusting like you. So if I wear the same t-shirt 2 nights in a row, guess what? My body isn't a gross fucking covered in disgusting skank oil like your body is, so it's fine. I could wear the same shirt for a week and it would still be pristine and clean. You could take this shirt to a dry cleaners and they would be like, why are you bringing me a perfectly clean garment? Because my body dry cleans clothing. So first of all, learn how to spell. Secondly, go fuck yourself. Thirdly, go fuck yourself. Ned, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Hello, John? Yeah, sure, it corrected it. Sure it did. It's definitely not that you're an idiot and typed the wrong thing, right? Definitely. Get out of here. What's a fecker? It's called brain derangement. It's called brain damage. Millmass just got it. He's got it. He's got it. Lutz, what did you walk into? I don't know, a post? Somebody's dick? I'm not where you are. Like, just because you can see me on the screen doesn't mean I'm in your physical location. And I understand that I am a handsome, gallant man. And when you see me on the screen, boom, you got your rapt attention. But you should really pay attention to your environment so you know what you've walked into, okay? I mean, I've walked into some posts myself. There's no shame in it. I walked into a post office box once, like a mailbox, because there was a smoking hot chick across the street, and I was staring at her, and she watched me walk into that post office box and laughed. And what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I was like 20 years old and stupid. So that's how it goes. What up, Chuglam? Oh, you schmoozer, telling me I'm amazing and a joy to watch and saying thanks for the amazing content. Well, thank you for the kind words. Lutz, how am I taking shots at you? I said I'm handsome and told you to pay attention to what you're walking into. If you think that walking into a dick is something negative, that says more about you being a hate monger. I didn't say it was a negative. Maybe you like backing into them. Bro, fill your butt with dicks. Do whatever you want. Live your life to the fullest. Don't be ashamed of it. And definitely don't project onto me that I'm taking shots at you when I tried to fucking help you. You don't even know what you're walking into, okay? So that's not me. That's not my fault. That's on you. That's on you, all right? Shields, an old lady pulled Doomsday Excruciator. What's your thoughts on the poll? Is that code? Are you saying that your lady tugged you off, bro? Because I have no opinions on that at all. At all. Doomsday Excruciator. Well, the question is, are you happy with the card? Do you want the card? If you want it and you're happy with it, it's a good pull. If you don't want it, it's not a good pull. That's how that's how I view it. Gianna says I've either ended up in the rapture or I'm in the temple of the perp. That's now you made me think of Temple of the Dog. I'm going hungry. Again, Lutz, this is you doing it. So you seem to be very confused. It's you, and I'm not judging you, bro. You can rub as many dicks on you as you want. Just enjoy yourself. Live your life, okay? Don't get defensive. Go on the offense. Put them in your mouth. Be a man with a man. Or men. Whatever makes you happy. Yeah, there you go. Millmaster says, I'm just going to walk forward with my mouth open, and if any dicks get in the way, that's their fault. That's on them. That's on them. Oh, Confucius. Oh, Confucius say, yo, I remember playing an old video game where you were like a ninja or something like that. And the game would just say random things like, Confucius say, man with 4 balls cannot walk. Gianna, I have not seen the new Lonely Island video, but I have watched a whole bunch of their stuff. So I'm a big fan. I think Lonely Island's fantastic. They have a bunch of funny stuff. And the movie Popstar, Never Stop, Never Stopping, amazing. Speaking of amazing movies, if you haven't seen it yet, Oddity is a amazingly good horror movie. Perfect for this month. I was not expecting to stumble on a horror movie That is that good. Genuinely. I went, wait a minute. This movie kept my attention all the way through. It had the only real thing where I was like, hey, wait a minute, was when it's like, didn't that guy just drop that flashlight? There was a moment of that. But other than that, the movie was solid all the way through. And the visual choices for it, it's great. It's genuinely great. And this is coming from a guy who does not care about horror movies at all. But after seeing Oddity, I genuinely want to see more horror movies of that. Like, it doesn't have to be identical to it, but if it can engross me on the same level, like It Follows did a good job of pulling me in, right? I liked that movie for the first half of it, and then it fell right off. But Oddity kept me in the whole way. 100%. 100%. What up, Memno? How am I tonight? I am pretty good. There's mostly good. Mostly good. You know, there's been some unfortunateness today, but it's helping to shape perspective. It's helping me to focus on looking at what's good in life and trying to have a good time and not trying to be down and worry about fucking sad bullshit, you know? Because life's gonna be what it's gonna be. It is what it is. Millmaster, I don't even know what you're talking about with that Simpsons episode. I've probably seen it, but just reading the Simpsons hockey episode from the 80s doesn't ring any bells. What up, Luke? How you doing? What up, Luxury? How's it going, man? Have I seen The Frighteners? I have not. There's tons of horror movies I haven't seen because I feel like most horror movies genuinely suck. Grabbers is a great comedy horror flick. I want a genuinely good horror. 100%. Just the game did have sticky bombs. Yeah. And like, go, Speed Racer, go. And you could get in tanks and stuff. Shadow Master? Shadow Ninja? Something like that. Shaun of the Dead is great. Wait, am I just thinking of a movie? Like, now my brain's tripping out. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I'm like, is that the one that I actually know pretty well and I'm just not remembering the name of? You're correct. Shaun of the Dead is great. I've seen Cabin in the Woods. It is good. You guys are mentioning comedy horror movies here. I'm fine with comedy horror movies, let's be real. If you want to talk about other good ones that are funny, Dale and Tucker versus Evil, also great. But I'm looking for actual horror movies that are just horror. They're not trying to be funny, right? Oddity wasn't trying to be funny, but it was solid. It was solid. Oh, okay. Yep, Millmaster, I have seen that one. The one with the arms, chomp, 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 chomp. Yep, definitely. Definitely. I do recall that. Music, I do not even know who that is. Open Grave is a good serious horror movie. All right, hold on. I'm gonna write these down. I'm gonna write down The Frighteners, since multiple of you guys have said that one's pretty good. And Open Grave. Scorpigeist, Shadow Warrior. That sounds right to me. That sounds right to me. I played that a bunch with my friends. You like the remake of It? I'm not really interested in It. The Thing I've like half seen, and Carly wants to see that. It's already on our list. Jake, yeah, I already talked about It Follows. That movie's great for the first half, and then it falls off. Seth, do all Canadians watch Strange Brew during the holidays? Is it like a Canadian Christmas movie? Almost nobody I know watches Strange Brew. It's not this epic Canadian classic that everybody loves, just so you know. It really isn't. It really isn't. Templar, yep. I know Pan's Labyrinth. That's the one I can remember, the hand-eye guy. Wah. So he has to choose whether he wants to look or give himself a hand job, which is an interesting challenge to have. Luxury, what? I'm literally looking for horror movies, and you're like, this isn't a horror movie, but it is a Canadian movie. I'm not looking for fucking Canadian movies. I'm looking for, hey man, I know you're looking for horror movies, but this is a pen. Wow. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Zircon, you're one of the weirdos that like the Blair Witch Project. The Blair Witch Project was a very boring film that can make you uneasy being out in the woods afterwards when you're high. That's how I rate that movie. My favorite thing about the Blair Witch Project is actually the Family Guy skit where Brian is a seeing eye dog and he's at the movies with a guy watching the Blair Witch Project and he's just like, nothing's happening, nothing's happening, nothing's happening, something about a map, nothing's happening, nothing's happening. The movie's over, the audience looks pissed. And I was like, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Rocco, you saw The Devil? Is that the name of a movie? Or did you literally see The Devil, bro? Miko, what is Strange Brew? Strange Brew is an old Canadian movie about two guys from a SCTV skit who go, take off you hoser, I'm gonna steamroller you. It's not a terrible movie. It's watchable. I watched it once. I'll never watch it again. I don't give a fuck about it. You know what I mean? Luxury, no, it doesn't have to be. I want a good horror movie. In the Mouth of Madness, I believe that I have seen that. Does that have the same guy from? I'm gonna write that one down. Does that have the same guy from? I think first name is Sam, from Jurassic Park, right? Is it Sam Neill? Is that his name? Blair Witch was overrated as fuck. Correct. Earthbinder, Antichrist with Willem Dafoe. Okay. Willem Dafoe looks like a madman. You see him in that movie, The Lighthouse? Crazy. What? Bill Master, I don't even know if you're spelling that right. Western horror? Bone Tomahawk and the Burrowers. The hell is Western horror? Is that cowboys versus zombies? Tremors. Is Tremors a horror movie? Or is Tremors like a monster movie? You know what? It's fine, obviously. Like, saying Tremors isn't a wrong answer. I don't know why my gut just reacts with, it's not horror. The Witch was a terrible horror movie. So when I'm asking for suggestions about good horror movies, Luke, your gut instinct is to go, hey, this movie was a terrible movie. Hey, what do you want for lunch? Oh, let me tell you what I don't want. Oh, that's useful. Way to contribute to the fucking conversation. That's great. Sam Neill, there you go. Terrifier is good? The name makes it sound awful. I don't know why. My gut reaction. Probably part of it is because I'm not really a big horror guy. But the Oddity really, like, I have never watched a horror movie where all the way through I enjoyed it. It's never happened. I'm like, they always fall off. And I kept waiting for the movie to fall off and it didn't. And I was like, how did you do that? Heavy Metal, you like From Dusk Till Dawn? That one's a good one, and it throws you a real curveball, right? Event Horizon, I've seen that one, Templar. Luxury's like, haha, we didn't read the instructions. 100%. Tremors is a kaiju. They're gigantic fucking underground snake monster things, right? Pontypool, a radio host interprets the possible outbreak of a deadly virus which infects the small Ontario town he's stationed in. Oh my God, that's too close to home. What if I have the disease, Millmaster? What if I'm the Ponty in the pool? Huh? Huh? Caveat is the same director as Oddity. What is Caveat? I'm going to write it down just because the choices in Oddity, the visuals, the framing of shots and stuff, I was like, yo, this is great. Like, just the visual choices that were made. The two sisters sitting in either chair, and you've got the fucking blind one with her sunglasses on, the other one with her sunglasses on her head, and just the... It's like the contrast between the two. There's like a symmetry to it almost. I guess it's a little asymmetrical, but it's pretty sweet, honestly. Yeah, The Exorcist never did anything for me, honestly. Miko, Blair Witch was idiotic? Correct. Absolutely. You don't know good horror movies because you don't really like them. You're in the same boat as me, bro. I recommend Oddity. From one person who never gave a shit about horror movies and thought they were a waste of time, Oddity has opened my eyes. It's genuinely good. I feel like I might have seen Spliced. Platform, I've seen that. There's a Platform 2 now, but I don't feel like watching it because I feel like you've mined the entire concept in the first one. And the second one is just going to be, we're doing it again. And it's like, meh. You know, like, maybe they do good enough, but... Templar, my only problem is I don't care at all about Western movies, right? So, like, the fact that I don't care about Western movies and don't care about almost every horror movie makes me feel like there is zero chance that I'm going to like those films. But you know what I'll do? I'll write the names down because I can always just quickly look up the description and who's in it, and that might be enough for me to decide maybe I'll watch it. It doesn't hurt to write it down. Earthbinder, The New Daughter with Kevin Costner. All right. Serpent in the Rainbow. I've heard that name before. Videodrome. I've heard that name before. I heard Midsommar sucks. The Saw movies are awful. I don't care for gore. I want something that's going to impress me. I want like genuinely impressive horror, not random crap. You want to play a game? I've duct taped your butt cheeks together. One of you has to cut your butt off to live. Oh, fart into each other's holes. Like, Saw is so stupid. It's so dumb. Jess, I remember The Cell. The fucking, like, what was it, like a horse or a cow that was, like, divided in all those sections? That was wild. That was wild. Rocco, I've seen Mandy. Yep, Carly really liked Mandy. I thought it was pretty wild, but I'd never watch it again. I would never watch it again. Kurt Russell is in Bone Tomahawk. I do like Kurt Russell. Hellraiser is that stupid movie with the pinhead guy, right? You got my box and I got a bunch of stationery jammed in my head. Okay. Your pain is my pleasure. Right? That's Hellraiser? If I'm not mistaken. Luke, yep, we're talking about horror movies, bro. Hybrid Saw sucks ass. It doesn't kick ass. It's awful. I don't know if it needs to be critically acclaimed, Millmaster, because I don't know if Oddity is critically acclaimed or not. I just know it genuinely impressed me. Right? A movie that doesn't fall off when it reveals the actual horror, because a lot of movies tend to do that. Okay, here's the monster, like Arcadian. Awful. Arcadian fell the hell off. Bird Box was inconsistent with its horror, and Longlegs was not scary at any point. It was just Nicolas Cage pretending to be a sad old lady. I serve the devil. You are the least terrifying servant of the devil I've ever seen in my life. He does pretty much nothing, acts like an old lady, and then he bashes his own head into a table and dies. And you're like, you suck, bro. This movie's fucking stupid. Oh, you're free now, daughter, and you're free. But I'm going to still keep killing people. Why? I got to do this so we don't go to hell. What are you talking about? You just said she was free, you crackhead idiot. Break stop. Look, man, when you type in all caps and go Z, it's actual Z, real Z good. That does not. Going like this. That does not convince. That does not convince. Final Destination. You guys think Final Destination is a fucking good horror movie? For real? You're not fucking trolling my ass? You can't escape this death. Oh, the barbecue blew up. Oh no, logs fell off a transport truck. Really? Really? Seen it. The Void indie with great practical effects and creepy as fuck. All right. I'll write it down. Miko, Life with Jake Gyllenhaal. How is that a fucking horror? How is that a horror? I didn't ask you what your fucking fantasy was. I didn't ask how you wanted to spend your life. Break stop, you had cards on your keyboard. Some, you hated the scene with the garbage disposal, one of the Final Destinations, anxiety inducing. I'm going to trick the Final Destination death thing by going out into the water and drowning and then getting resuscitated. Oh, I fixed it. Isn't Final Destination a teen scream movie? Pretty much. Fallen is not a horror movie. I agree with you, it's a suspense movie. Fallen is the one, if I'm not mistaken, with Denzel Washington, where he starts out the movie going, let me tell you about the time I almost died. And then you completely forget that. So at the end of the movie, when you think he's beaten the demon, and then the demon lives, you're like, oh, movie, you got me. That was good. That was good. You even told me at the beginning of the movie. Like, that was great. I actually saw that in the theater. That's the Time Is On My Side one. It's a horror movie because Gyllenhaal doesn't shower. Olivia, you missed your favorite intro. It's available as its own video over on the Hatcher channel. You can watch it on demand. You can just put that on for 2 hours and go, I don't even need the stream. Who cares what Hatcher has to say? Yeah, Fallen was a fun one. I gotta find people who have seen Oddity, who know a bunch of horror movies, and can tell me ones that are the same. You know? That's what I want. Because I feel like I'm gonna get disappointed with other horror movies, just random. Also, did anybody notice how horrible my set is? Look at this. Look. 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 It's watching you. Thompson! Actually, you're the man I wanted to fucking see tonight. I sound like the police now. Thompson, you saw Oddity, didn't you? You mentioned it to me. And you said Oddity was pretty good. You also said Longlegs was pretty good, so... But anyways, you mentioned Oddity, did you not? And Oddity turned out to be fucking awesome. Oddity was great. It was great. Anyways, Thompson Super Chat says... Good to see you tonight. I got the Lorraine and Diana Grand Archive precons in the mail today. Nice! I have those precons. Good choices, buddy. Stir of Echoes is a fun horror-adjacent movie. What the hell does horror-adjacent mean? The Fly remake with Jeff Goldblum? Oh, is that a remake? You talking about like the old Fly movie? Was there one before that? I didn't realize it was a remake. And yes, I have seen it. Now I got that Deftones song in my head. I watched you change into a fly. Can I believe Lord of the Rings holiday boxes are $1,000? Magic's reached, I can't even say peak insanity, because who knows? They can go crazier. But it's up there. It's up there. So yeah, I can believe it. I can believe it. Longlegs was a letdown. It was more than a letdown. It was a massive disappointment, bro. That's why me and Carly, we did a horror movie review talking about 3 horror movies. And Longlegs, man, I shit talk that movie a lot. It's so stupid. Good thing I put my long legs on today. Blah, 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 blah. This is supposed to be scary? Just seeing some fucking dickhead who's pretending to be his own fucking grandma from the fucking nose down going, good thing I got my long legs on. And guess what? Longlegs doesn't mean anything. They just said it and called the movie that because they thought, sounds cool. No connection to anything. No connection to anything. I serve the devil. Well, you suck, man. Even the little girl at the fucking convenience store isn't scared of you. This movie sucks a fat bag. Longlegs was fucking horseshit. The whole movie was just garbage. The Village was good. The Village ain't no horror movie, bro. Although I did like The Village. I did enjoy that movie, right? Zircon, you remember liking Ghost Ship, but it was a long time ago? Never heard of that one. Horror-adjacent films are mixes of comedy, drama, adventure, action, thriller, fantasy, and science fiction. What? All of that? Dark enough to entertain horror movie fans, but can't exactly be called horror. You know what? I probably could enjoy some horror-adjacent then. Stay away from anything from M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bro, ever since The Happening happened to me, I went to see that in the theaters. I used to love M. Night Shyamalan because Unbreakable was incredible. It was awesome. It was so well orchestrated. That movie was so cool. The birth of a superhero and his supervillain to go with him. The handshake at the end. I was like, what? No way! That's awesome! I always wondered in like old comic books like why the villain would have ended up being like an old friend of the hero, but they just laid it all out. Unbreakable's awesome, and it gave me so much like credit for M. Night Shyamalan in terms of I'll watch a bunch of movies. And then when I went to The Happening in the theater, and I was just like, the commercials made this movie look great, but it's just the plants. They keep cutting to shots of the plants blowing in the wind. Like I'm supposed to be scared of a fucking tree. Unless it's gonna shove its branch up my ass, I ain't afraid, motherfucker. Right? So, that was stupid. Marky Mark talking to fucking houseplants? What? No! Oh, God. That movie was awful. I watched that new fucking movie, Knock at the Cabin, and it's so dumb. You fuckers want to stop the end of the world, but you don't do what logical people would do and fucking be way more direct. Like when fucking Dave Bautista or whatever at the end is like, I'm going to repeat everything that's being said on the TV a second before it's said. Why didn't all 4 of you do that in fucking unison? A whole bunch to convince them. Why the fuck did you wait till the end? And why are the catastrophes feeling lessened at the end? The one with planes falling out of the sky felt like it barely happened. And then they just did the shit and we're like, okay, everything's fine. The movie was stupid. That movie was fucking dumb. It was dumb. How about Species? Nah. American Werewolf. I've seen both of the American Werewolves. American Werewolf in London and an American Werewolf in Paris. But I could never find whichever one is the more recent one. I saw it in the theater and I could never find it online to watch, you know? So I've only shown Carly the older one. So yeah, Unbreakable is awesome, and then M. Night Shyamalan, some of his, like, I will fully admit that I like The Village, and I get why some people don't. That's fine. Same with Lady in the Water. I enjoyed that movie, even if it is kind of fucking stupid, right? The Narfs! Okay, all right. Big old beater arm, all like those guys. Yeah. Hoya. Hoa. 13 Ghosts? Never heard of it. I have seen the 13th Warrior, though. I'm not strong enough to hold the sword. Grow stronger. I love that. I love that. Jess, yep. There are people who have denser bones who have a higher survivability of accidents. That's absolutely true. I liked the whole unbreakable concept. It was really cool. It was really cool. All right, I'm going to write down 13 Ghosts since a bunch of you guys seem to think that one's good. So, hobo with a shotgun, that's just going to be gore, right? What about Hannibal, Red Dragon? I mean, is it really going to stand up to Silence of the Lambs? Let's be real, you know? Is Lady in the Water one with Daniel Radcliffe? I don't think so, but I don't want to say no because I don't know. Cthulhu, you think that Shyamalan got a bit full of himself? I have no idea what made him start making terrible movies, but he made a dumb one about aliens where they hit him with baseball bats and the aliens are afraid of water or water hurts them. And it's like, if water hurts you, why the fuck would you come to a planet that's predominantly water? That's the dumbest thing ever. Trap is M. Night's new film. It's pretty good. Sounds like a trap to me. The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. Dr. Calamari! Your calamari is all gone rotten because you left it in the cabinet. Oh. 13 Ghosts acting sucks, but the chick's hot, and one of the dudes is famous. All right, Jess. Fair enough. What up, Bad? House of Wax. I heard that wasn't very good. The Howling Part 5. Oh, Thompson. Come on, man. What's on the level of Oddity, buddy? Tell me some fucking horror movies that are on the level of Oddity, because that movie surprised me in how good it was. Don't watch Red Dragon, watch Manhunter. Brian Cox's Hannibal is better than the later performance of Hopkins. All right, fair enough. Junior, your friend decided to go to the bathroom right before the big reveal in Unbreakable. What did I miss? Don't ask. Wait, you didn't want him to know what happened? Cobweb is a good movie? I don't know. Thompson, fuck off. Fuck you, bro. You tricked me, man. You tricked me by saying Oddity was good. Now I know it was just a fluke. You're telling me Signs is good? Signs is dog shit, man. Is that another movie you watched with your fucking phone? Where you're like, listen, I'll be very specific with you. I want a fucking good horror movie like Oddity that you weren't staring at your phone during, okay? Signs is not a good fucking movie. This is just a... Come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on. Oh, no, I don't want no fucking subtitle shit. I'll tell you that right now. Caligari's 100 years old. I don't want to watch no 100-year-old movie. Not interested. Not interested. I want to be fucking wowed. I want to be impressed. Oddity is the most impressive horror movie I've ever seen. In that, at no point did I go, this movie sucks now. Which has never happened to me during a horror movie. They all fucking suck at some point. They all turn to crap. They all turn to crap. Every single one. Every single one. Oddity's the only one. It's the only one. House of Wax was interesting, but not good. See, Aldini, I would believe that. I would believe that. But I want to be genuinely impressed. You weren't saying Signs was good. You were behind in the stream. Ah, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. American Werewolf in Paris is the sequel to London, came out in 97. That's the one I saw in the theater. That's the one I saw, Avocado. Yeah, I said that in Thompson. I said that in response to somebody else saying Signs. So yeah, that is correct. Elijah Wood's Green Room was a good surprise, but it's kind of more gore than horror. I don't want gore movies. Gore does not entertain me. I'm just bored by it mostly. It's just like, look at people's insides. I'm like, it's all made up and I don't care. Like, I want a fucking story, not just a, look, his butt exploded into meat. Okay. You know? But like, yeah, gore is what I consider to be lazy horror, right? Like in Oddity didn't have a ton of crazy horror going on, but it kept a particular mood the entire time. The visuals were great, the mood was great, the tension in the movie was fantastic, you know? Don't watch Bone Tomahawk. Okay, so that's a gory one, but the Burrows isn't. Fair enough. The Faculty, I guess The Faculty is a horror movie. Aliens that live in water, whatever. The Faculty is a funky movie. I watched that with Carly already. Sleepy Hollow, Carly wants to see that. I've already seen it. How much John Carpenter have I seen? They Live, The Thing, Mouth of Madness, Prince of Darkness. What's Prince of Darkness? I haven't heard of that one. Templar, you're going to check out Oddity ASAP? I can't speak to genuine horror fans whether it's going to land for you. You might find that it's not sufficient for your tastes. It's not really gory. I mean, a guy has one of his legs gets broken, parts poking out or whatever, but the overall concept of it is interesting. The movie kept my attention the whole time. I didn't know what was going to happen. I felt tension. It had a fun concept to me. The idea of this chick who runs a store, like she runs a shop full of curios that all have curses on them, right? And then it's a tale of her vengeance after her sister gets murdered. So like, yeah, the visuals, the choices for the movie all felt great. It just felt great. Bad, you're playing TCG Shop Simulator? Yeah, you know what? A buddy of mine has that game. He says that it's good. Ma'am, no, I never got into The Nightmare Before Christmas. Prince of Darkness is like horror sci-fi. All right. I'll write it down. Running, you've heard Evil Dead Rises is interesting, but you haven't gotten to see it yet. Fair enough. Fair enough. Children of the Corn has B acting. It's unwatchable as an adult. All right, well, I definitely won't watch that. Cthulhu horror is subjective. Agreed. In Fear is really good. All right. Let me write that one down. Avocado, I have seen that Rick and Morty episode. That was funny. He's just uncursing the guy's stuff, and then he's just like, screw it, I don't want to do this anymore. Just burns a bit. We're out of business. Burns it down. It's solid as a time-wasting game. The devs keep updates on the weekly, and it curbs the pack opening habit a bit. Nice. luxury. I'm not looking to get in on like a whole like television series or something like that with horror. I'm not really into horror that much, but this October, as a special treat for Carly, I'm watching way more horror movies with her. Normally, I'll only watch 1 or 2 horror movies at all around Halloween, and that's it, right? I watched Mandy with her and stuff, but this time around, I'm like, you know what? We've been watching a lot of movies. I'm going to give more horror movies a chance. And after watching Oddity last night, it literally was awesome. I loved it. I fucking loved it. I loved it. I genuinely loved it. And want more horror movies that are like that, where I'm in it the whole way through. 100%. 100%. Earthbinder, yep, I've seen Thinner. I remember that one. Dreamcatcher, I've seen that one too. Zircon, you want a horror that's like the book House of Leaves? I've never read horror books. Not really. Maybe I did a long time ago, but nothing that stuck with me. Jugum, you hate Children of the Corn? All of Us Dead is a good Korean zombie flick. For now, I'm just sticking to English titles. Annabelle, is that the one about the little kid who's like a vampire? But they like try and keep that a secret or something, so she's like being held prisoner, but then it's like, well, actually, you guys are in trouble because she's gonna murder you or something like that. The Apostle on Netflix, quite interesting mix of creepiness and horror, but it's kind of slow. Some people might describe The Oddity as kind of slow because it did take a long time before the horror murdering really started to happen. You know? Of course, seeing Netflix is a bit of a red flag, though. What You Wish For? About a chef who does destination parties for rich people. All right. Netflix originals are busted. Riley, what's Wrong Turns? I haven't heard of that one. Bird, yeah, I've seen Event Horizon. I've seen it multiple times, actually. I rewatched it. Hybrid, I watched Creepshow. It fucking sucked. That movie fucking sucked. That's the one with the little short films and Stephen King gets like grown into a moss monster. That fucking thing sucked, bro. It sucked so bad. It sucked so bad. Megan sucked, Jess. Jester, I'm in Canada, bro. I'm in Canada. Reefer, what's The Empty Man? Nick, you mentioned The Hills Have Eyes earlier, but you got here late. It has high tension? No harm in writing it down. Wicker Man. Not the bees! How did it get burned? How did it get burned? Broccoli, more money getting fueled into entertainment than ever. I think the big problem with the entertainment industry now is they've lost their fucking way. They've got multiple problems. One is that the new generation just watches 15-second clips of somebody going like this. That feeling when you... And then there's some music in the background. I like tacos! And they're just going like this. And then they go... And it ends. And you're like, the fuck was... The fuck... What the fuck even was that? So you got that. And then you got the fact that like... Every company just seems to be like, we just want to make something that already exists. We got to have name recognition. It's like, make something new, you stupid fucksticks, because you're just going to do a shitty job with whatever you're trying to use, and it's not going to turn out good, and nobody's going to enjoy it. So it's like creatively bankrupt garbage. That's a big problem. That's the big problem. Remaking People Under Stairs. Never saw the first one. What do I think of Freddy vs. Jason? Never watched it. I never watched it. So yeah, like a bunch of children have no fucking attention spans anymore. So they're just like, we don't have to make movies that like actually make sense. We just have to have a few little clip, ooh, check it out. And then there's no connective tissue. Dave, yo, I've seen Attack the Block. That wasn't a bad movie. That wasn't a bad movie. I don't know if I'd really qualify it as horror, but it wasn't a bad movie. 28 Days Later, I liked 28 Days, but Carly found it to be boring, so we didn't end up finishing it. They're doing a new 28, apparently, 28 years later. 28 Days Later, if I'm not mistaken, introduced the concept of fast zombies, right? Where it's like, let's go. Hybrid, I've seen Killer Clowns. The movie did nothing for me. It did nothing for me. Check it out. We got you in cotton candy cocoons. It was goofy as hell. Goofy as hell. Templar, great horror is few and far between. 95% of the movies feel average or below average. That's the biggest problem that I'm going to run into. Because literally Oddity is the only horror movie I've ever seen that I enjoyed the entirety of. I've literally, and now I'm just like, it's like I'm in the desert and I found a bottle of water out in the desert, just buried in the sands. Oh my God! And I drank it down and I'm like, there's gotta be more of this. And people are just like, hey, you want to drink a mug of my piss? And it's like, no! That's what most of these fucking suggestions you guys are making are. Hey, why? Because it's gonna be awful. Because it's gonna be awful. It's not the same thing. I want good horror movies. Like, genuinely good horror movies. That's what I'm looking for. Like, actual good horror movies. Not cheesy crap. Not lazy bullshit. Not gore movies. Not okay horror movies. Why don't I rewatch Oddity? Because I just fucking watched it last night. And I know what happens now. I have a good memory. I can remember yesterday, Hybrid. Fuck you. Alright? I can remember the last 24 hours. I haven't watched Flatliners, but it is on my list of movies to watch. Candyman always seemed stupid to me. I might have seen part of it, maybe not. I don't know. I feel like maybe I should say maybe like art house horror, artsy horror, pretentious horror. Maybe that will get me where I need to be. I don't want schlock. I don't want your stupid popcorn munching garbage. Broccoli, fucking horror movies don't scare me. That's part of the reason I don't watch horror movies. And I wasn't scared by Oddity, but I was properly entertained by it. It had tension to it. Carly got scared by it a few times, but that was from the few, like, pop in, whoa, here's the killer, like jump scare, but not cheap bullshit jump scare, because you know he's about to pop up. But she still went, duh, and that made me laugh. But I'm not looking to be actually fucking frightened. I'm looking to be impressed. The cinematography of Oddity was enjoyable. The choices that were made for the shots and everything. And the overall tension that the movie managed to keep. I wasn't afraid for myself, but I was curious as to what was going to happen to the characters. So, I don't know, like, if you want to be really horrified, the real world has the real horrific shit going on. Just go fucking watch the news. Pay attention to politics. That's where the real fucking horror is. I got no need for the real thing. I'm looking for movies. It's all schlock and the genre has always sucked. Well, that's not true. That can't be true. I know it's not, because I literally watched something that doesn't fall into that category last night. But I'm willing to believe that 99% of it is. DJ Longhair, how you doing, buddy? Fire in the Sky? I feel like I've heard that name before. I'm going to write that one down. Is age a factor? Not necessarily, but I will admit that I'm predisposed to think that old movies are probably going to suck. Huangrang the Gate is good visuals and storytelling. All right. Nishimoto, I've never even heard of The Pope's Exorcist. Millmaster, your wife just yelled out that movie scared the shit out of me in response to Fire in the Sky, if that's any help. Fair enough. Jess, what are we doing for Thanksgiving? Oh yeah, it's in like a week. We're gonna have a nice turkey dinner. It's gonna be sweet. Russell Crowe as a Catholic exorcist. It's good. Oh shit. Fighting round the world. Oi! Don't you interrupt me, you vagina! I was giving a heart-wrenching soliloquy about me mate Tugger. Do I like alien-themed horror? Not really, Nick. But also, I don't like most horror, so the bar is already pretty high. The Sacrament, it's like a horror movie version of a pretentious art film. Okay, all right. I'll write that down. The Gate is a solid horror movie with some insane effects using perspective that I might enjoy. All right, cool. All right, cool. Pet Cemetery is the one where you go and bury your pets and then they come back and try and get you, right? I don't find that concept to be particularly compelling, honestly. But I'm a picky bastard in this regard. What are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Horror movies weren't really made for people like me. Carly likes horror movies, but she also expects them to be kind of crappy, you know? Whereas I don't want to watch movies where the story is just going to fall the fuck off and not make any sense and just go into garbage town. I'm not interested. I want to enjoy a movie all the way through. And most horror movies I've seen are fun at first, and then it's just like, oh, okay then. Even It Follows, which had me spellbound for the first half of it, fell off so hard. And I was just like, come on, man. Come on, man. So yeah, horror, I mean, a lot of them don't have much money spent on them, right? Did anyone say The Ring yet? No, I don't think anybody did. I have seen that movie. I've seen that one already. don't know. Tales from the Crypt. Yeah, the Crypt Keeper guy is goofy. That shit's... Yeah! I am not into horror anime, Feeks. Not really, man. Have a good one, Corner. Yeah, Raven, I find a lot of recent horror movies try and rely on jump scares, which are really dull. I saw something with the witch in the name, and like the cover of the movie was like a lip with an upside down cross in it. I saw it in the theater, and like they had a jump scare where a dog jumped against a fence. That was the only thing that got a reaction from the whole movie. That movie sucked so fucking bad. I saw it in the theater, and I knew the crappy ending. I'm like, oh God, they're going for an ending like this. This is awful. And so the movie ends, and this guy in front of me is like, that's it? And I said, that's it, man. And he went, what the fuck? That was the most memorable part of the movie to me, was after the movie when the guy couldn't believe how the movie was ending and then just yelled, what the fuck, at the screen. And I went, yup. Like, that's it. That's it. Mill Master, if you need to hit your brain with a hammer to enjoy it, why bother? Agreed. Agreed. Yeah, Broccoli, The Fly was mentioned. I've already seen that one. So Juggalo, you think we've seen too much as a society now? When your mom watched Jaws, it scared her. Jaws scared me as a little kid because I was fucking stupid. And I was convinced that Jaws could come and get me on my parents' waterbed. So I refused to be on the waterbed alone because I thought Jaws would swim up under the bed. How's he going to swim up under the bed, you idiot? The bed's up on the second floor and there's nothing. Where? How? Idiot. You know, I was dumb. I was dumb. Chucky movies are fucking stupid. They're dumb. Those movies are dumb. What up, Pierce? How you doing, buddy? Oh, man. Fucking tired. I've been walking all over today. Well, hey, you know what? I gotta say, guys, thanks for all the suggestions. I've got a whole page. I got a whole page full of different suggestions right here. So that's not too shabby. That's not too shabby. I have a feeling that very few horror movies are actually gonna live up to my my desires. You know, Carly will be happier with them. She's got like a way lower threshold for that kind of stuff. Oculus is a solid movie. Isn't there the one? Oh yeah, there's the one card in Duskmorn. That's that gigantic eye. That thing's actually been spiking. The journey of finding a good one is the best part. No, it's not. No, it's not. Wading through a bunch of shit and wasting your fucking life on garbage so that you can finally find something good is not the best part. 100% I disagree with that 100%. Jess, did I remember to write down who suggested them so I can yell at them if they suck? No, because honestly, I know at this because of my particular tastes and my normal distaste for horror that most of these probably I'm still going to be disappointed by. But I'm not going to hold that against the people who are interested in them and suggested them because my standards aren't reasonable for horror. Horror is a low effort genre, and I recognize that. Oddity just showed me that there can be a little bit of hope out there, right? And you guys who suggested these or like these other horror movies could watch Oddity and go, that was some mid-level crap. It was average. I don't even care. I'd never watch that again. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's different and it's got different vibes. So I fully accept that because of my tastes that a lot of these are just going to be like, Millmaster, in your opinion, people that need gore or jump scares are empty inside and just trying to feel anything through base human reactions. Concrete, yeah, you like stomping through bullshit. Exactly. Exactly. David, you put the card jump scare in your Nazgul deck? What a fucking joke Magic has become. Holy fucking shit. I fucking equip hula hoop to my surgically augmented titty clown. Oh, God. I'm going to summon a soccer ball, and I'm going to activate its ability to do my taxes. Why not? Why not? Magic's so fucking ridiculous right now. I cast Jump Scare on a Nazgul, and I put him in a fucking submarine, and then he does the Fortnite dance. What a nightmare. Let's see if the fortune gods can determine what my horror choice will be. Will it be good or ill? You appreciate the goodwill of others. How is that a fortune? How is that even a fortune? These are fortune cookies. At least I can have a piece of the cookie. Where did I get a bag of fortune cookies? I murdered a hobo and took it from him. They're from the Mandarin. They're from the Mandarin. I didn't get to have the Mandarin. I was just given the bag of fortune cookies where it's like, hey, you might have fun playing around with these on your stream, so here you go. And it's like, oh, thanks. But I want chicken balls. I wanted balls in my mouth, but all I got was the bag. How much are fucking chicken balls when you order them for delivery? Chicken balls, where are they? Sweet and sour chicken balls. $15.99 just for the chicken balls? Free delivery on orders over 25 bucks. So if I ordered 2 things of chicken balls, then they'd bring it to me for free. But that's 32 bucks plus tax. So that'd be like 37 bucks, bro. Really? Really? No, it's not cheaper on DoorDash. There's no way. Those delivery services make everything more expensive, man. 100%. Reefer, you realized you were behind on the stream, like 15 minutes behind? Well, that explains some of the shit you were saying. Krampus. I saw Krampus with Carly. That movie was not very good. Wangarang, do we tip in Canada? Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Man, I want chicken balls now. Kieran, you're waiting for the Marvel stuff? It's going to be weird. It's going to be so weird to have Iron Man and Wolverine and stuff in Magic. Like, Magic has lost its identity 100%. 100%. What a joke it's become, man. And the new crap they're doing isn't even doing that well. Fucking Markov Manor was a failure. Thunder Junction was a failure. Rosewater was talking about those both being failures today in like an article he put out. Yeah, Iron Man can get jump scared doing a Fortnite dance with the Nazguls. 100%. 100%. Ilvatar, yeah, Trolls is not going to be what I'm looking for. I'm not looking. Basically, I'm not looking for horror movies that horror fans want to watch. I guess it's what it's going to turn into. Marvel is Magic jumping the shark. I feel like they've already jumped the shark. They're jumping like 15 dead sharks all tied together now. Yeah, I'm not interested in campy horrors. That's correct. That is correct. I want nicely shot ones with writing that makes sense. So, that rules out pretty much most of the movies, as far as I'm concerned. I saw A Quiet Place. Quiet Place was okay. That was an alright movie. The second one was awful. It was so dumb. Where it's like, it starts out, and like, here comes the monster. And they just blow it away. And you're like, am I supposed to be scared for these people? They know how to deal with the monsters now. And the movie's like, wait, we're going to get stupid. Watch this. A second monster's coming, and now they're going to run. And it's like, they just took the first one out like it was nothing. Why are they running from the second one? Why don't they just rinse and repeat? They have the ability to. What's changed? You didn't even change it so they can't. Why are they running? Why are you running? Right? That's right, Jake. Correct. 11 from Stranger Things can equip Captain America's shield and crew the fucking Fortnite bus. That is the reality. Joshua Prometheus, that's one of the Aliens movies, right? Millmaster, what are calf fries? Zentet, you're late to this. It's all good, man. Just been talking mostly about horror movies, honestly. Just waiting for Harry Potter magic. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Strixhaven is where it would have happened. But Wizards of the Coast, either it fell through or they got upset by J.K. Rowling's tweets. Either way, there will not be Harry Potter and magic. They try and pretend there was never supposed to be a Harry Potter crossover with Strixhaven. And it's like, yeah, right. Yeah, right. It screams Harry Potter so hardcore. Like, so hardcore, it's ridiculous. So, it's never going to happen. Robin, Pitch Black. I enjoyed that movie. I enjoyed that film. What could they do to right the magic ship? Return to actual, like, high fantasy world, swords and sorcery. Like, in the article where Rosewater was talking about Thunder Junction and Markov Manor being failures, he's like, Bloomborough is successful, but it's also like Thunder Junction and Markov Manor that we did something different. You really didn't do anything different. It's a swords and sorcery style set. And it's like you literally have bird people and cat people and magic and shit just going, well, they won't be like fully humanoid. They'll just be like they're normal bodied animals. That's not this huge fucking divergence from what magic really is. So it's bullshit. Him trying to pretend that Thunder Junction, Markov Manor, fucking Duskmorn, and Bloomborough are all the same thing. Because Bloomborough is like traditional Magic, the fucking Gathering. Yes, it is a little more cutesy. I will fully admit that. But it is very much in the normal vein of Magic the Gathering, swords and sorcery style shit. So to try and fucking pretend that that's the same as shoving the goddamn fucking Ghostbusters into Magic the Gathering is crack-headed nonsense. That's what that is. Jess, no, I don't like really bad humor. I hate it. It's the worst. It's the worst. Yeah, exactly, Reefer. That kind of stuff feels like magic. Heavy Metal, you went to work today and your boss said, I thought you weren't coming back until next week. I would have turned around and left. Be like, sweet, I'm out of here. Calf fries are entrails and organs of an animal used as food made out of balls. Oh, all right. Thompson honeymoon with Rose Leslie from 2014. Okay. Kieran, Final Fantasy is not just fucking swords and magic. The fuck are you talking about? Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8 are straight up like future worlds where they, like, no. Some of the older Final Fantasies, yes. Like airships and stuff, totally fine. Airships held aloft by magic, great. Spaceships, fuck your mother. You know, that's the difference. That's the difference. Is stuff made out of wood and metal, or is it made out of fucking plastic and nanotech, right? I don't know if I'm excited for Final Fantasy. It depends on what they do with it, you know? I really loved, like, the old Final Fantasy games. Final Fantasy 4, Final Fantasy 6 are amazing, but I mean, I liked Final Fantasy 7 as well. Final Fantasy 8 was okay. It really does depend on what they choose to put in there. It's probably going to be a mixed bag. There'll be some stuff I like and some stuff I don't want. Heavy Metal, they're still going to let you take as much time as you need off to get everything in order. Well, that's good. Because obviously there's a lot of upheaval when you get forced out of your home by fucking natural disasters, bro. Jess, I don't think I played any of the Space Quest games. I did play the King's Quest games. I've always been a high fantasy style guy. I'm way less likely to get into sci-fi properties. I have played some here and there and enjoyed them. I'm not completely against them. I'm just less likely to try them in the first place, right? But I did play, like, in terms of RPGs, Phantasy Star and stuff like that back in the day. Oh, man. Oh. Oh, I wonder what happens if I just fucking... I tell other people to Google shit, and then I just didn't, like, Google movies like Oddity. I wonder what it says. Movies like Oddity. If you liked Oddity, Apartment 7A, The Inheritance, Humane, It's What's Inside, Never Let Go, You'll Never Find Me, The Devil's Bath, Caveat, Hellhole, The Dark and the Wicked, Cuckoo, New Life, Afraid. You don't know exactly what they're connecting it based on, so I don't know. The Beast Within, What You Wish For, Somewhere Quiet, Dead Whisper, Handling the Undead, Greedy People, Blue Light, The Well, Frogman, Stop Motion, The King Tide, They Look Like People, Consumed, Infested, Oculus, oh that's it, That's a hell of a thumbnail, man. Yeah, I'll write that. You know what? They got me with that. I'll write it down to remember to look at it more later. That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. The Deep House is creative and quite interesting. All right. We were on a kick of watching time-based movies, like time loop movies, time travel movies. I don't know, Joshua. I don't know anything about Deep House, bro. I just read the name off of there. So, or if Thompson, if I didn't read the name off and Thompson just said it. So yeah, we watch a lot of time theme movie, and I got a lot of enjoyment out of that. And I just need some enjoyable horror for this month, and then after that, I won't touch horror again for like the rest of the fucking year, because it's always been whatever to me. This is the first time in my life where I'm like, maybe there is something to horror. Maybe there are some good ones out there, but they're rare, you know? Jay, you just watched Split the other day? Wait, you mean the shitty M. Night Shyamalan dickhead movie? That movie sucks. That movie fucking sucks, bro. It's garbage. The only thing anybody ever says about that movie is, wow, James McAvoy's such a good actor. I believe him as the lady and the other person and all that shit. That movie sucks all the fucking dicks. He's supposed to be the beast. He's supposed to be the beast. And he fucking climbs up a little bit of a wall. And that's it. You like, seriously, Jay, fuck you. I want you to think about the end of the movie. Near the end of the movie, when he runs in the train yards. Seriously, that part where he runs across the train tracks, he doesn't even look like he's running that fast. The beast looks like he runs at fucking medium speed. And the movie's pretending like he's moving real quick. That movie sucked. All everybody ever fucking says about it is, what a good actor he is. He can pretend to be different people. I got news for you, asshole. Every actor pretends to be different people. That's every actor ever. So you're just like, wow, he's good at pretending to be different people. And you're focused on that because the movie gives you nothing. That movie sucks. That movie sucks. Unbreakable was great. Split is fucking garbage. Mr. Glass is fucking garbage. Anything set in their stupid world is fucking garbage except for Unbreakable. M. Night suck a dick along, totally fucking like struck gold with Unbreakable, and then made garbage from that point forward. Just fucking trash. You fucking kidding me? Split sucked, man. It sucked. Heavy Metal, yeah, he runs at a medium pace. Correct. That's it. If you guys don't believe me, go watch the scene yourself. Go watch the scene where he runs across the train tracks and you tell me that's supposed to be impressive. Tell me that's supposed to feel impressive at all. He's out in the real world now. He ran across the train tracks. Who cares? Who cares? What do I think of John Wick? I've only watched the first one. It's fucking great. It's great. The first John Wick movie, genuinely good. Haven't seen any of the other ones. Absolutely willing to. Really like John Wick. The one that I hadn't seen before, had never heard of, and really liked was The Equalizer. They have a scene like a warehouse or a fucking Home Depot or whatever it is that goes on for like 5 or 6 minutes long with just this one song playing in the background, nobody talking at all. Rapt attention, 100%. This movie is great. The first Equalizer was awesome. And then they suck. The other Equalizer movies are not good. They are not. They are boring or shitty or both, depending on which one you're watching. The first one was awesome. But yeah, the other ones sucked. That's it, Kevin. Exactly. He ran across the train tracks. I'm just like, I can just run. I can just run. Message says there's only one beast and he has two fronts. The beast with two fronts. What up, noob? How you doing? Cthulhu Beekeeper was a fun movie. I enjoyed it. More than I thought I would. The Beekeeper wasn't too bad. Joshua, you never got into the Marvel movies past the first Iron Man one? I liked most of the Marvel movies. From the first Avengers, I watched all the way up until Endgame, and they just fell the fuck off. They knew, they broadcasted to you that they were about to fall the fuck off, where they're just like, check it out. We're going to have our ultra girl power scene. We're going to get all the ladies on the screen for a moment to be like, yeah, lady power. And it's like, great job. So what are you guys going to do now, ladies? Not very much. And it's like, oh, okay. But like they brought you all together to show your united power. And then almost all of you are completely ineffectual. This is a weird message to give. And it's just like the fact that they're focusing on doing crap like that. It was like, and the fact that Endgame was a bloated, fucking bloated. That movie was up its own ass, where they were just like, yo, we deserve to go for 2.5 hours. No, you fucking don't. That scene where Tony Stark comes ripping down the driveway and we have to watch him drive all the way down. Cut it the fuck down. Guess what? We already know his character. This adds nothing to the movie and wastes our time. Fuck you. Also, trying to pretend like you only have one try at this time travel shit was hilarious bullshit. It's like, but you don't just have one chance of this. Why are you acting like you have one chance of this? And then afterwards acting like you didn't have one chance of this. Why the fuck are you trying? Remember that scene in the first one where Thanos is like, I need to get the Infinity Stone. And it's like, you have to sacrifice what you most love. And then he had to regretfully kill Gamora, right? He literally kills her. And it's so intense. It's just like, whoa, that's crazy. And in the second movie, they're like, okay, but like, listen. What if we ignored the rules of the first movie and did something really stupid instead? What? Yeah. So like Hawkeye and fucking, what's her name? Super hot, Black Widow. What if they're like fighting on the cliff, right? And then like, it's like, I'm going to jump off. No, I'm not going to let you jump off. I'm going to jump off. And you're like, wait, but weren't you in the earlier movies, in the earlier part going the Hulk and Black Widow? So why is it Hawkeye and Black Widow? But regardless, that's a small sub-note. The real note is, listen, dickhead, if one of these jumps off the cliff, they sacrificed themselves. So nobody sacrificed what they love most. That's like, that guy just jumped off a cliff. So one of those idiots would leap off and then it would just be like, why don't I have the Infinity Stone? I told you have to sacrifice what you love most. Yeah, but he jumped off the cliff. Okay, but you didn't do it. You guys, you fought each other to see who'd get to jump off the cliff. You're both fucking idiots. You're both morons. And it's like, is this supposed to be a cool scene? Because this is really fucking stupid. I can't enjoy this because I'm not a mouth-breathing dumb fuck, right? You have to be a mouth-breathing dumb fuck to enjoy that. It's nonsensical. It makes no fucking sense. So Infinity War was awesome. I loved it. Carly was so disappointed when she's like, I can't believe they killed all those characters. And I'm like, they're coming back in the next movie. And she's like, what? Aw. And I'm like, you think they're gonna fucking keep like Spider-Man and all these other big names fucking dead? Are you crazy? Of course they're coming back. That's what they do in the comic books all the fucking time. He's dead. Oh, now he's going to get a sandwich. You know, like, the first half, Infinity Wars, was great. And then Endgame was tepid at best. But Captain America gets to go back and gets to plow the lady he wanted to be with. Great. I really give a fuck. Yeah, but now this guy's Captain America and he's gonna go plow his wife. Okay. All right then. Like who gives a shit? Jan, you liked Infinity War, but Endgame had you struggling to stay awake in the theater? I believe it. I believe it. Robin, I've never heard of Man on Fire, unless I've heard of it and forgot about it, but I've definitely not seen it. Zentet, yeah, Scarlett Johansson, correct. That is the actress who played Black Widow, and she is a lovely creature indeed. Does that mean Hawkeye loves Black Widow more than his wife and kid? See? See, heavy metal? Now you're getting it. Now you're getting it. Right? You just go, wait, like, these people both care about other people more, don't they? Like, what? These two are the most important to each other? Really? Are you sure, movie? Because that doesn't line up with... I don't even know that much about your universe, and I know that's wrong. So, like, what is this lazy horse shit that you're pulling, right? Jess, you were bored by the first half of Beetlejuice 2. I'm surprised you stuck through it. If a movie bores me after a certain threshold, we just turn it off. I'm not going to watch a movie all the way through just because I started it. It's not like I won't waste my time, but I won't waste my time on that level, you know? Denzel Washington's a pretty good actor. Carly Joe, the scene lost you too. The rules seemed arbitrary. Which rules the heroes follow versus defy seems even more arbitrary. Seems silly they would compromise their morals. I mean, the choices that they've made is just, especially since then, like, everything sucks. I remember when the new fucking Ant-Man movie was coming out. I'm glad I didn't bother seeing it because I already knew it would be like, so I don't know what lady Ant-Man's going to have to fall around and let do everything. I assume it'll be the Wasp, but I wouldn't be surprised if they just insert some random chick like they did for Indiana Jones to be the, you got to follow me around. I'm better than you and I'll berate you, right? And that's what it turns into. And you're like, what is this? What the fuck, man? I'm tired of this Loki ass shit where you make me think I'm getting something and then go, fuck you, nope. You know what I mean? Did the same thing with fucking Doctor Strange. But yeah, Ant-Man, the third one, whichever one's coming out. And Carla's like, there's a new Ant-Man movie. And I was like, it's going to suck. And she's like, why do you say that? And I'm like, we watched the first one and liked it, right? She's like, yeah. I'm like, we watched the second one. Do you even remember anything about it? Because it wasn't very good. And she's like, oh, I forgot about it. And then I went, and thirdly, everything Marvel makes now fucking sucks. Everything they make sucks. There are so few exceptions now. Like, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was good. I didn't like Guardians of the Galaxy 2, where it was just like, too bad I had to give your mom cancer for the hell of it, huh? No, I'm going to fuck you with the Pac-Man. Okay. You know, like... Deadpool and Wolverine. Genuinely enjoyable film. Genuinely enjoyable. Pierce, I've never heard of Virtuosity. The first Doctor Strange movie was awesome. The second Doctor Strange movie was really disappointing because it wasn't really about Doctor Strange. He was just there. You know what I mean? It was fucking follow America Chavez, pay attention to the Scarlet Witch. Wang is the Sorcerer Supreme with no real explanation of any of it. And, like, just the choices they made, you could tell, were, for the current era political motivation, garbage. So you just went, this is dumb. So there are incursions that can happen. And, like, when an incursion happens, it'll destroy the world that the incursion is happening in. And the longer the incursion is happening for, the greater the chance the world will be destroyed. So, America... when your two moms got sucked into the fucking void at the beginning of the movie, right? That's an incursion, right? So, like, shouldn't you go and rescue them right away instead of just fucking around at the end of the movie? Like, I was going to do whatever now. What about your moms? They have to be dead. I don't understand. But whatever. Yeah, there's too much fucking CGI in the Marvel movies, too. Like, bro, you've got There Are No Strings on Me, Ultron, and there's like a million robots they're fighting. And so you look at the screen, and there's literally like a bazillion fucking robots fighting each other and the Avengers. And then you've got like, what's his name? War Machine? He's like the Don Cheadle Iron Man. He's War Machine. He's in a fucking gray suit too. He looks just like the fucking robots, and he's zipping around. So there's a billion robots on the screen, and you feel nothing. Like, I felt nothing. This is supposed to be a grand spectacle, and it was nothing. Just nothing. Meanwhile, scenes like Dormammu have come to bargain from the first Doctor Strange. Just amazing. It's like, this is incredible. This is so good. And it's just one dude and a CGI head. But what is happening? It's so good. It's so good. Virtuosity had Russell Crowe as the antagonist, a computer program that's able to commandeer a physical nanobody and go on a crime rampage to gown Denzel's hero character. Oh, that sounds pretty good, actually. I'm going to write that down and probably forget that it's not a horror movie. And so then I'll look it up and be like, what? Red Death, what's up? Watching me on company time? That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Getting paid to chill and eat your food. Yeah, Joshua, that is actually a really weird thing that I absolutely agree with you on. There's a bunch of CGI from the 90s that is incredible. It's really good. And then the CGI that I see in today's world, half the time, just looks awful. Just awful. Heavy Metal, you use the Avengers to show people as a team building exercise to highlight team dynamics and effective communication. Well, there's an entertaining way to do it, right? Jess, it's got to be great being the intelligence and age that every Marvel movie is a banger. I guess dumb kids might love it, right? Bo Falcon, you think you're super close? You're not done with the cards yet? You just need to confirm with me first? All right. All right. Well, I look forward to seeing what you have to show me, buddy. Yeah, Jurassic Park CGI really does hold up. 100%. 100%. The WandaVision thing, that's where she has those fake kids, right? And that's what leads to that stupid nonsense in the second Doctor Strange movie, where we're supposed to care that this deranged maniac wants to be with kids that weren't hers and didn't exist. Bo Falcon, oh, you're saying it's done if I think it's good. Ah, okay, hold on. That means you've sent it over. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, no, that looks fucking great, man. That looks great to me. Yeah. I think you nailed it. I like this one the best. You done good, buddy. You done good. Thanks for doing such a good job. So, yeah, I mean, there's been some stuff that was all right. Like Luke Cage. That was what it was called, right? That show made some really good choices. It made, oh, fuck. Made some really good choices. They kept the action really low key, so that when Luke Cage like punched one guy's fist and his knuckles went, it had massive impact because they kept a certain level of craziness and it wasn't super over the top. So what he was seeing, like literally that Luke Cage punch was way more impactful than Ultron fighting them with 1,000 robots. It had way more impact. That show was great until they got rid of that one dude. And then it kind of got less great. It kind of fell off. Carly Joe, when do we get to see it? We get to see, it's my business cards. So you get to see them when, I don't know, you see me at a convention or something. If you're thinking it's the card designed about me in a TCG, that's already been revealed in a video over on the Historian channel. Bo Falcon! I don't need any more input from anybody on it. You did a banger job. I'm calling it. That is the perfect version. You have finished the glorious task. You have finished it effectively. I've never even heard of Iron Fist. For a second, when I saw that, I thought I was thinking, it's like, and then I went, no, that's Luke Cage. So I never heard of Iron Fist, but I mean, everything Marvel makes fucking sucks now, so I ain't worried about it. It's too bad. It seems like so much entertainment these days is complete garbage. Pierce, you think Iron Fist is a reasonable series? Not the best, not the worst? I ain't wasting my time on fucking middle of the road shit. You only got so much life. You only got so much life in you. And I got family members who don't have much they don't have much time left on the earth. And it's making me think more about how I don't want to waste my time on fucking garbage. I don't want to waste my time on trash. You don't know how much of that time you're going to get, and I'm not interested in watching a fucking TV series that's middle of the road. Not when there's so much awesome stuff in the world that I haven't seen. Just need to somehow find it, you know? Yeah, Joshua, I agree, man. Having to watch like Marvel shows so that you have all the information for the movies is bullshit. Marvel got up its own ass where they went from like, here's a little bit of like a cameo at the end of the movie to go, ooh, check it out, into, well, no, obviously you need to watch all these movies. To understand this movie, you need to have watched this movie and this show. Fuck you. You're making movies, dickhead. They're self-contained, okay? Fuck you. I'm not going and watching all this crap. I'm not watching fucking WandaVision and all this other dumb shit. Once I watched fucking Loki and you fucked me over that hard, I'm not watching any more of your fucking TV shows. That was the end of it. Loki was the end of it. Being treated like I was a fucking moron? No thank you. No thank you. I literally came to this fucking show because you told me I was going to get to see the clever, powerful trickster god in action. And look, you do though. You do. Because like, she's also Loki. No. She doesn't have the same personality. It's not the same fucking actor. She's not compelling because you didn't make her compelling. Does she even have any fucking flaws? So the character I'm here to see is totally going to just have his power stripped away, turned into a punk bitch who summons up blankets. And you literally expect me to watch this. When you take the guy I'm here to watch and blur him out in the background and have this chick go, it's not about you. It's not about me watching. I'll tell you that much. Fuck this shit. So, no thank you. Go fuck yourself. When I get my time wasted on that level where it's like, this is what you're going to do? This is what you're going to do. For real. You think this is going to work? Go fuck yourself. Right? Habanero, no, I've never heard of the Corridor Crew. They do a lot of videos talking about CGI, what makes it good and what makes it bad in current movies. Right on. Nick, you'd rather watch Iron Chef than Iron Fist? Sounds about right. Heavy metal, yep. Feeling alone is awful. It is not a great place to be. Season 2 recenters Loki Prime and didn't suck. I don't care. I don't fucking, like, doesn't matter. Hey, the second season's alright. I don't care, man. I watched the first season, complete waste of time. And it fucking, all of it was garbage. And they bring in Kang, and it's just this rambling dickhead who's like, I snipped down all of the other timelines to stop the me's from being bad. See, I'm a naughty boy in all these worlds, and I gotta stop me from being a naughty boy, so I snip off every fucking potential new multiverse. Motherfucker! There's way more that would be springing up every second than you're fucking showing in your stupid shitty diagram. Your speech is dumb. You seem like a dickhead. Are we supposed to think you're cool? Because you fucking suck. So everything about it sucked, right? Like people, whenever somebody tells me the second season's good, I don't fucking care. I'm not watching it. I don't care. Same thing with that fucking show Download. I was like, oh, this is cool. And then at the end of the fucking season, like, by the way, this guy now has the ability to fucking take over all the cameras and stuff in the city. What? Yeah, and he can also use elevators to kill people. The fuck are you talking about? He's stuck on this one company's servers. Well, no, because he's Hacker Man. And then he takes over all the city's cameras, and also he makes an elevator go up and down really fast to kill somebody, even though that's literally fucking impossible. But this is really cool, huh? No, goodbye. Fuck you. You know, like, there's a lot of stuff that I will put up with. There's a lot of stuff I'll put up with. But there's a certain threshold. There's a certain threshold that once you go past it, I enter fuck you mode. And you don't get any more of my time. Right? So I'm sure that even if they did bring Loki back, it's not going to be good. It's just not going to be as bad as the first season. Right? It's like, well, and it obviously wasn't their plan all along. You know what I mean? It wasn't their plan all along. Their plan was like, well, let us fucking emasculate this character and replace him with a woman because it's politically expedient. It's that kind of a fucking thing. And it's just like, all I care about is fucking storytelling. That's all I've ever cared about. I don't give a shit about politics. You absolutely can insert your politics into a show. You can do that. And I will watch it if it's a good story. But if not, fuck all the way off, you know? Just because somebody in the writer's room was like, let's fix it. I doubt that's how it went at all. At all. It probably went like this. Oh shit, this show has fucking terrible ratings, but we don't want to fucking scrap it. So completely rework it into something else. Right? Jess, you think I should record myself watching movies, and when it's bad, post the reactions in a short? I mean, we are going to be doing like more movie reviews. That is going to be in the works. Carly hurt her back, and so it's like slowed down. We're not going to be making those videos at a high, fast pace because I'm just going to roll with whatever pace feels good for both of us, right? But they are definitely going to be coming. Carly's been making notes in her notebook. I don't make notes. I just rant. So she will have notes. She will have an informed and noted opinion, and I will have a biased and uninformed opinion. That's what I said in our first video, and that's how it's going to be, because that's how I do it. Concrete, they did the same shit with the Star Wars stuff. Yeah, I heard that the third season of The Mandalorian, they were just like, okay, it's about this chick now. And you're like, how do you think this fucking works? They're just like, shut up, idiot. Consume our slop. Don't think about it. Don't question it. Consume slop, right? Yeah, it's a shame, man. It's a shame. It's a shame that they ruined this shit, but what are you going to do? Anyways, thanks for coming and hanging out, my friends. It's been nice chilling with you. Thanks for the horror movie ideas and all of that. We will get back together soon, but for now, into the waters I go.